Why did the farmer separate the chicken and the turkey? Well, happy Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness, why is gratitude so important? You're like, why are you asking us all these questions right up front? Because I'm going to give you the answers at the end. And I want to celebrate Thanksgiving with you today. So a couple things to think about as we consider Thanksgiving, because I love this day. It's one of the most wonderful days on the whole calendar. You don't have to wrap any presents. You probably have to decorate some, right? Maybe you cook, or you just buy the whole thing, right? Or maybe you kind of just settle in and watch a whole bunch of football. All kinds of good things about Thanksgiving. But I want us to consider things that Jesus was thankful for. And then also thinking in mind, why is gratitude important for you? Why? Well, we're going to talk about that also at the end, but some things that Jesus was thankful for. One of the first things Jesus was thankful for was selective ignorance. You're like, what? Consider Matthew 11, verse 25. Jesus prayed this prayer. "O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, thank you for hiding these things from those who think themselves wise and clever, and for revealing them to the simple and childlike." I think that's incredible. Jesus is thankful for selective ignorance. Like when I kind of pause and let that settle in and, marinate, I think that's hilarious. Jesus was applauding that his Father gave wisdom to the people who were simple and childlike. But the people who profess to be super wise and highly important, the Father kept them in the dark and kept them ignorant. And Jesus was thankful for selective ignorance. Another thing Jesus was thankful for is provision. In John 6, verse 11, we read, "Jesus took the loaves and the fish, and having given thanks, he distributed to those who were seated." This is when Jesus multiplied the bread and the fish, and he thanked God for the provision. This is really important because if you consider how many people were in front of Jesus, literally thousands, no less than 4,000 to 6,000 men, not including women and children. And Jesus had just a tiny bit of provision, a couple loaves of bread, a couple fish. And if you think about it, the need compared to the provision was ridiculous. I mean, it was such a drastic contrast. The need far outweighed the tiny little provision. And yet, Jesus was thankful for the provision. I think that speaks a lot to us. Maybe we don't have much, and maybe we curse the little that we have, rather than thanking God for the little that we have. And then the third thing Jesus was thankful for, we read about in John 11, verse 41. It says, "So they removed the stone. Jesus raised his eyes and said, 'Father, I thank you that you have heard me.'" This is when Jesus was standing at the tomb of Lazarus. And Lazarus was dead inside, dead as a doornail, 4 days dead. And Jesus is standing at the opening of that tomb. And before anything happens, Jesus says to his Father, "Thank you for listening to me." I think that's fantastic. Things that we can be thankful for, that Jesus was thankful for. God hears you. Every prayer that you pray, every conversation, every cry of your heart, every stupid joke, all kinds of little goofy things. Jesus was thankful that the Father heard him. Jesus was thankful for what seemed to be limited provision, and Jesus was thankful for selective ignorance. And I think for us as well, these are things, we can take these ideas from Jesus and we can let them be part of our life, that we can be thankful for selective ignorance. I don't have to know everything. There are some things I'm glad I don't know. Thank you, God, that I don't have to know the end all be all. I don't have to be the ultimate solution, ideas, wisdom. Google's nice, but there's nothing better than God to give us wisdom, but also to help us when we don't know. I don't know what to do. So selective ignorance, we can be thankful for that. We can be thankful for the provision that God has given us, and we can be thankful that God, our Father, listens to us. So it's a great day to celebrate gratitude, and also to finish the punchline for our joke. Why did the farmer separate the chicken and the turkey? Because he sensed foul play. Oh my goodness. But I'm super excited because next week we're beginning a brand new series. Oh, I love this series. We're talking about preparing for Jesus. I'm so excited for you to join me in this new series.